the market trades to the best spots in town. Cypher Real Talk, we got it all going down.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Cypher Real Talk. I'm your host, Jim Mulholland. This is episode 15, and thank you for joining us, you our loyal audience. Today we have a special guest. This guest has been with my company, Cypher Real Estate, for over 5 years. She actually was the first person to join when we opened this office back in 2018. That is Miss Mackenzie Green. Thank you for joining us, Mackenzie. So honored to have you in today.
Honored to be here.
Thank you. You excited?
Oh, yeah.
Going to be fun. Have you been on a podcast before?
No.
Okay.
First podcast.
First podcast. This is good. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. So we'll do just give us a brief intro about yourself, and then at the end, we'll do more Q&A. So
right.
How long have you been a realtor? And I guess, where are you from?
Well, I've been a realtor since 2017, and I'm from here in Houston, so
Nice. Okay.
know the area very well, know
Yeah.
the market pretty well.
Yeah.
It's
Awesome.
been fun.
All
Been a
right.
fun 8 years.
Yes. Well, we're excited to have you. So it's going to be a good episode. So let's get to it. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with the market. So we just got updated data fresh off the press. We got some new data here for sales in Northwest Houston. Again, this is Cypher ISD, Waller ISD, Tomball ISD, all home sales. A little dip in the prices there. So July, we're average price of $375, and in August, we went down to $364 per square foot. We went from 164.4 to 164.9. Actually went up a little bit, and as expected, the days on market went from 26 up to 34 days on the market. Number of sales went down a bit from 870 to 766. So,
End of summer.
end of summer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about on this show for quite a while. It's end of summer. You can always expect a dip. You can always expect a little bit of a slowdown. But all in all, compared to other markets that we've kind of seen and hear about on the news, I think Northwest Houston's doing pretty good. What are your thoughts?
Definitely doing better than most, I think.
Yeah. All right. So, like Mackenzie said, that's kind of the end of the summer. That's normal. What are your thoughts on those numbers, Mackenzie?
Not too scary.
Yeah.
A little bit better than everywhere else, and hopefully we get a little more action going in the coming months.
Right. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, prices are pretty stable. Days on market are, where they're expected to be. So if you, again, if you go back long term on these data, on these charts, and we've talked about this many times, you always see the wave of prices, not prices, of days on market. They always go up this time of year. So, so that's expected. So every year, come July, August, prices go a little higher. So all good. Not too concerned. I think in all, I think we're a solid market. You kind of hear some horror stories of places like Austin having some price decreases. I just heard Florida starting to get hit with some price decreases. So our prices have been pretty solid, so pretty happy about that. So, I mean, I've been telling people since we started this podcast, it's a pretty good time to buy or sell a house in the Cypress and Houston area.
Yeah, I would say Houston and Cypress stay pretty busy.
Yeah.
Seems despite anything going on, they always pull through.
It's a pretty level market. We're not really a high buyer's market. We're not really a high seller's market right now. It's just been a really good, steady market. So, but yeah, no, all in all, I think these are good numbers. If you look at here, we can, again, dive in a little more in these. We'll just go in resales because people looking to sell, they care about resales. They don't care what the builders are doing, right?
Yeah.
So we'll just look at resale, and we'll just look in just in Cypress. Narrow it down a little bit, and we'll just look for this year. Let's see. So we'll just do for the past 12 months. So we'll go from September 2023 and through August 2024. Apply. So again, we've median home price here in Cypress about $405,000 per square foot. We're at 162 and a half. Days on market 22 on average for the past 12 months. So the price this month over month, prices are down, per square foot's down, days on market's up, but it's all, I mean, even though the price per square foot's down, it's still higher than it was in May, still higher than it was in March, still higher than it was in December. So we're still kind of trending upward.
Yeah. And I think that's seems to be always what happens.
That's the key.
It drops a little bit, but it's still higher than what it used to be. So
yeah, so that's good. Okay, well there's pricing. There's that pricing on the market. Interest rates, always a big conversation with everyone looking to buy a house, especially, and it's even almost just as important for people looking to sell. But rates are pretty flat recently too.
yeah.
So 6.4% is the national average right now for a new home 30-year mortgage. So what are you hearing in the field from working with buyers? What are their thoughts right now on interest rates?
I would say like a month ago they were wanting to wait for them to come back down to 3%.
Right.
And now I think they're kind of realizing that's not going to happen for a while, if ever.
Right.
So they're seeing these lower rates again, I think, and they're thinking that's going to be a good low or a good starting point at least to get in. So
yeah,
I think they're beginning to come okay with it, and I've had more buyers showing interest in
we're
things
definitely
now.
In general, we seem to have a little more interest in the market, people looking, because I think they are seeing that rates are lower than they were 6 months ago. They're actually, so they hit a pretty big low a month ago in early August, but they're basically the same rate now as you would get in December of 23.
Yeah.
And it's low, much lower than you would have had this past April, and much lower than you would have had like last October or even this time last year. So, so it's a good, it's a good price. It's a good rate. It's tough, seeing. I think we're spoiled with rates in those 3% range for so long. That wasn't the norm for dozens or decades, right?
Yeah, it wasn't normal at all, and I think people think that was just something that happens all the time, and they just have to wait for it. But
not necessarily the case.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so in all, we actually have a nice dip today. So rates are down quite a bit today. But yeah, they've been in a range now since pretty much the entire month of August. So, but yeah, it's good, still good. Nothing scary there. It's going to be interesting to see. I think the Fed Reserve has a big meeting here in a couple weeks. Where they may lower the interest rate, but and we'll see if that affects the mortgage rates at all. But we'll see. Okay, well that's kind of a good general market. General market, general how the market's doing in Cypress, how the rates are doing. One thing we've been talking about a lot here on the show, because we are a real estate based podcast, is the whole NAR settlement and how that's affecting things. We had a guest on at our team meeting today. Today is a Tuesday, September the 3rd. We had a guest today, and he, as a lender, kind of went through what to expect on the lender side of things or for buyers and how that's going to affect their mortgages.
Had some good information on that.
You did.
Yeah.
You did have some good information. So, but what are your thoughts on being a realtor? And you work with a lot of buyers.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I liked about what he said was that they're going to be essentially separating the buyer's agent's commissions and the seller contributions. And I think that's good because it's going to help the buyers get more that they actually need from the sellers instead of our commission taking up their entire contribution.
Right.
So they actually get to use that 3% towards repairs or whatever they need.
Right.
And then our commission that they pay later is separate.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, no, that was good. That was them trying to figure out. So I guess the question they're trying to figure out is what are they going to do with the seller's contribution, if it goes towards the buyer's commission, and basically they're going to be able to break it out.
Yeah.
It was like a max of 3% total, and now they're saying you got the 3% for seller's contribution, and then on top of that, sellers are allowed to pay for whatever on top of that for a buyer's commission
Yeah.
if they want to help pay for the buyer's commission. So it was good. It's good that the agents are, or the agents, the lenders are looking into that and trying to make it to where it works out for everyone. So
Yeah, I think it's been nice seeing everyone really like work together to figure out how to make it good for the
Yeah,
buyers.
yeah.
And
no one knows what's happening. We keep saying this. It's going to be a moving target for a while.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
as
moving.
things go, it'll develop into new information.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And there's going to be things changing, laws changing. We had lawyers here and asked the attorney a few weeks ago, and they said there's probably going to have to be some court cases in order to figure a lot of this stuff out. But yeah, so it's good. You as a realtor, what are your thoughts in terms of having to get a buyer trip agreement signed before you go show houses?
No one wants to sign something to go see a house, but I think it does in the long run work out better for the realtor and the buyer and everyone all around. So
Right. Yeah.
not terrible. It's just something we're going to have to educate people about, and as long as they know what they're signing, it's not too bad.
Right. Yeah. No, it's now that we've done it for a few weeks, I think there are some definite benefits of having that conversation up front.
Yeah.
And then, hey, we're a realtor. This is what we do. This is our fee. We'll try to get it from the sellers. If we don't, it could be your responsibility. But I don't think people realize how much work buyers agents actually put into helping a buyer find a house.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And how much benefit the buyer gets from having someone that's representing them and not just the seller.
yeah, someone that's done that hundreds of times, and we understand the market. We know if you're getting a good deal or not. A lot of it isn't even the house that you buy. Some of it may be making sure you don't buy a house you shouldn't buy that's over the market, right?
Yeah,
Saving you a ton of
exactly.
money. You could have bought this house if you didn't have a representation. You may have bought that, and you may be 10% in the hole from the get-go because you didn't know the market or you didn't know how to negotiate.
Overpaid and
Right?
lots
So
of things.
it's a lot of
The
value.
listing agent might tell you it's a great deal.
Exactly. They don't care. Or a builder.
Yeah.
Builders all the time, right?
It's a great deal.
Yeah, buyers are, how much time have we heard? I'm just going to buy a new house. I don't need a buyer's agent. Well, the builder's sales agent doesn't work for you. They're looking for the
They're
builder.
just trying to sell a house.
So definitely, I think more than ever, it's good to have a representation from a good, experienced realtor on a new home.
Definitely. And especially, you hear a lot now about inspectors finding things at these houses. So
Right? Oh yeah, no.
probably
so-
good to have someone that's looking out for that.
Yeah, I think quality of builds went kind of in the toilet a bit during COVID when we had all of the issues,
Shortages.
all the shortages and supply chain issues and everything else.
It's
So
like they would just take anything they could get, I think.
yeah, take any material they could get, and they could take any labor.
Yeah.
If you had a heartbeat and you could do a hammer or a saw, hired.
Please come work.
Care less if you knew what you're doing. So, but they just needed to get homes out the door.
Yeah.
So definitely good to get an inspection done, even on a new build, and have your realtor help negotiate all that stuff out.
Definitely. Yeah, I've had a few builders, clients come to me, and prices were a little high.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
got them down.
Yeah, no, we can definitely help negotiate prices. We can definitely make sure that they build your house, the way it's supposed to be. The other benefit of having a realtor, especially a good realtor that knows the area and has a lot of clients, is if you're a buyer and you're looking to build a house, and there's any issues, the incentive for a builder to help you as a buyer by yourself is, okay, yeah, A, do the right thing, and B, you may leave them a bad review, right, if they don't do it right.
Yeah.
But if you're working with a realtor, we can bring that builder more business. So if you really screw over my clients, there's a good chance I'm not going to bring more buyers to you.
Yeah.
So hopefully you do the right thing, and
They have more of an incentive to do a better job.
make things right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Fix the all the inspection stuff and all
Yeah.
that. So
Or fix the little things they might not have had to with, just a buyer that might have gotten just forgot about it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of my point. And things people don't think about, but yeah, all in all, I think it's not a bad thing, the having to do a buyer's rep agreement, but it is. I think the biggest drawback is for those new, because we do a lot of we being Cypher Real Estate, we do a lot of online leads, right? A lot of cold leads, people we get via our websites. Generates a lot of traffic. We have people register on their website. It's tough for someone to register. Hey, can you go show me that house? Sure, just sign right here.
Yeah, it works good for people you've already met, and even referrals that I've gotten, they seem to take it really well.
Right.
But yeah, meeting someone for the first time, they might not be so inclined to just jump into an agreement like that.
Right. Exactly. So that's where it gets a little complicated. And how do you figure that out? Because we are now legally not allowed to show a house unless you were under a contract. So that's where it gets a little dicey. And I agree. I wouldn't want to sign a contract for someone I don't know, I haven't met.
Knowing these things, I really have a weird opinion about it. But if I'm imagining myself as a first-time buyer who has no idea how real estate works, I'm thinking someone wants me to sign something, and it just seems, I don't know.
I'll just call the listing agent.
Sign. The number on the sign.
Right. So that's the weird thing. As a listing agent, you can show it.
Yeah.
Because you're working for your seller, so you are allowed to open the door for that. And so there are some things that don't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
But
don't call the number on the sign.
Right. There you go. Yeah, don't do that. So that's kind of back to the builder thing. You don't want to do that. So get a good buyer's agent. But okay. So that's good. So how was your Labor Day weekend?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Spending at the lake.
Nice.
It's always a good time.
Yeah. How's the lake?
It was pretty. It rained a little bit, so that was fun, but it was still nice.
And what lake?
Sam Rayburn.
Sam Rayburn.
Yeah.
Okay.
East
Nice.
Texas.
East Texas. How far?
Big lake.
How far is that from?
From Conroe, it's about 2 hours.
Okay.
From here, probably 2.5, 3.
Wow. Okay. So a little drive.
Yeah.
So Mackenzie did recently move from Cypress to Conroe. So it's been about 2 years?
Almost. Yeah,
almost
a year
2
and a
years?
half.
Okay.
It'll be 2 years in December.
So that's good. So how many days around the lake? Just a couple?
Yeah, we were there Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So
Nice.
came back Monday to enjoy the day off.
Nice. Yeah. So good weather? Get rained on?
Yeah, it rained on a little bit. For the most part, it was partly cloudy, so
yeah. That's good.
it was kind of nice.
Yeah, we had some weird, isolated showers here, but not too bad.
Yeah, what'd y'all do?
So yeah, fairly busy weekend. So football, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a lot of football going on. So we had
fun.
talked about a little bit. I talked on our last episode about high school football kicking off. So that's exciting.
Yes.
Love high school football. Talked about it before. My son played high school football last couple of years. He's actually out in college now. So, that was exciting, actually. Speaking of, college football started too. So
games.
got to watch my Aggies lose. That was not good. But my son goes to Houston Christian Band. And they had their first game this weekend against SMU. So that was exciting.
Oh, yeah.
But they got destroyed. So that was sad.
Aw.
Yeah. So, but that was exciting
got
seeing
the
his
first
team.
game out. That's fun.
Then they have a home game this week. So I'll be looking forward to go watching them play.
Yeah.
They play Tarleton State this week. But no, it was exciting. So, Saturday night, we had some friends over and we watched. We had 3 games going on once. We had the Aggie game going, we had the Houston Christian game going, and then we had the Astros going. So that was a lot of fun. So that was good.
Nice.
But yeah, no, it busy weekend, and I did pull up here some high school football scores. So Bridgeland won their big first game. So that
Go
was go Bears. Cy Ranch, your alma mater, right?
Yes.
Yes. So Cypress Ranch Mustangs.
Go Mustangs.
They're up 20-0 in that game from what I hear, and they lost 21-20.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's rough.
That's not good. But yeah, so that's actually the team Bridgeland plays this week is Katie Tompkins, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, Cy Springs won 49-7, and Zoe mentioned, Zoe is here. She's one of our interns. She goes to Cy Fair, and Cy Fair lost to Klein Kane, 57-7. So that's a rough game. You know, Cy-Fair was really good last year. They made it really far in the playoffs. And they typically have a good team. So hopefully they can figure that out and turn the season around a bit.
Yeah, maybe they just need to make some adjustments.
Yeah, so then watch some film, figure that out. But yeah, so other games. Let's see. Cy Park lost 63-10. Cy Woods won 37-10. So that's another big school here in Cypress. So, but no, good. Cy Falls beat Cy Lakes, two Cy-Fair teams there, 24-8. Good weekend all in all. I think for the Cypress teams. Even Cy Ridge won 17-16 over MacArthur. So that was good. So no, it was a fun weekend. Labor Day is always good because of football. Love football. Had my fantasy football draft, so I think I did pretty good.
Nice.
We'll find that out here this week. But the league I'm in, Rock On, we've had this league we started in 1995.
Wow.
So, and we all got together over the weekend, and we actually met at this office and had our draft here on Sunday. So that was a lot of fun.
Nice.
So, interesting story. Actually, I met my wife at our very first draft. So did
Well,
you know
that's
that?
fun. I did not know that.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah. So Wendy and I met. So the very first time we ever did fantasy football in 1995, we had 7 players, 7 teams, needed an 8th team. My brother was dating a girl at the time who was Wendy's best friend. We invited them to join us. So they kind of were paired up for a team. So they were our 8th team. And we had a draft at my brother's apartment, which was actually in Copperfield. It was like 529 in Highway 6 area.
Nice.
And had a draft. And yeah, that's how we met. So,
Rest is history.
and the rest is history. That night, we actually was the Mike Tyson Peter McNeely fight, which literally lasted for I think 90 seconds. Tyson
wow.
knocked him out,
Oh, yeah.
but we all got together that night too and watched the fight. So it's funny how I
sounds
remember
fun.
that. So, but yeah, so neat league.
Good thing to remember.
But yeah, fun deal. Good to always get with those guys and tell people it's one of those kind of random group of guys that we're all good friends. But I don't know if we would still be this good of friends if it wasn't for fantasy football. So it's kind of a neat thing about
Yeah.
fantasy
Keeps y'all
football.
together.
Exactly.
So Wesley's in it, but I know nothing about it.
Yeah, well, Wendy doesn't do it anymore either. So I'll take that back. We started a family league last year with our family and kind of her brother and her sister and so
nice.
some relatives. So and she's in that league. That's fun. But yeah, that was pretty much it.
That's the weekend.
That's the week. And one last story, and then we'll get on to you.
Cool.
But I've been an Xfinity customer for forever. I don't know. And as long as I lived in Bridgeland, I think even before that, but since 2015. Anyway, my prices have like doubled in the past year and a half. So I decided that, you know what,
Not worth it.
I'm gonna change, looking to changing out my internet and cable TV to cut the cord and finally do this. And man, not as simple as I thought. So
We started out that way, so I guess it was easier just to jump
Did you?
right to it.
yeah, so yeah,
We got the Wi-Fi and all the subscriptions, and that's all we use.
yeah. No, that's kind of what I was wanting to do. The trick is I want a service that I can watch the Astros on because that's what I
Yeah.
do most of the time. And your options are a cable provider like Xfinity or DirecTV Stream or DirecTV or Fubo. That's it.
Not a lot of options
Not a
there.
lot of options. So I signed up for DirecTV Stream and got that going to test it out on Saturday. Worked fine. Worked good. And then my thought was I was going to try T-Mobile, the T-Mobile wireless for my home internet because we use that here at the office and it actually works pretty good.
That's what I used to, the T-Mobile.
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
so I was like, we'll just do that. It's cheap and month to month, and I'll do that. And anyway, we had our fantasy football draft here at the office on Sunday, and I was kind of bragging to a couple of guys how that's what I was going to do, and that's the internet we're using here. Internet for our draft was horrendous.
Of course.
Kept going down. Literally every 5 minutes, we kept losing our signal. So my guys at my
all
draft
days.
buddy's like, yeah, great internet, Jim. This is amazing. So as we sit around waiting, I'm unplugging the router, waiting, and yeah. So I mean, it was literally just 10 guys drafting, and I was streaming the LSU Florida State game, or LSU who did LSU play? USC game, I think, on the TV. And that was it. and it just kept going down. So I
Couldn't
get
keep
home.
up.
Okay, I'm not gonna do T-Mobile
Nope.
because that was horrible. I'm not gonna be able to live with that. So I think I'm gonna try AT&T Fiber that's available. A little more than T-Mobile, but should be much more reliable. But then last night, I went to go watch the Florida State Boston College game, and I was like, I'm going to try DirecTV again. See, make sure that works. Get on, and lo and behold, DirecTV is in a contract dispute with ESPN and Disney. What are the odds?
What's the point?
So I can't watch football, and I couldn't watch Disney. I know Amy hasn't. And she said she couldn't watch Disney, and her daughter was not happy. So I was like, okay, it's a sign. I was like, maybe I'm just meant to stay with friggin' Xfinity.
I think I could be wrong, but we have an Amazon Fire Stick, and we have the option to get ESPN.
Well, you can
as
get
an add-on.
ESPN Plus. So ESPN Plus is an add-on. It just doesn't give you some of the ESPN.
Oh,
Yeah. So, I'm
course.
probably just gonna go Fubo. Fubo, I hear makes things on, but I can watch ESPN and I can watch Astros. So anyway.
that's all you
So
need.
we'll keep you guys all posted out there in podcast land
On the,
on what I do
cable
with
status.
my cable and TV status. So that was exciting. So yeah, that was way too much time of my weekend, and probably way too much time of this podcast explaining that. But yeah, so that was fun.
It's all good.
Yeah, good stuff. Okay, well, I think that was it for the weekend. But yeah, happy Labor Day for everyone. So. But let's get to know you, Mackenzie. So
Cool.
you said you're from Cypress or you Houston area, but you went to a couple Cypress schools, right? What school did you go to?
Yeah, I grew up pretty much Coles Crossing. Went to Farney Elementary.
Okay, right there in Barker, Cypress.
Yep.
Okay.
Actually moved to Austin pretty much my middle school years, and then
Okay.
came back freshman year of high school.
Okay.
Started at Cy Ranch.
Cy Ranch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Mustangs.
Oh, yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun. It was right the year after they opened, so
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
was one of the first classes.
Wow. You had some
Yeah.
good teams then, right? I remember, didn't your
Oh, yeah,
baseball
our
team
baseball,
won
yeah.
state championship like early?
I think the year that I graduated, 2013.
Was it?
It was
Yeah.
either 2013 or 14 was when they won the.
Okay.
the-
And then the football
State field.
team, I know, played in a state championship. Was that after you already graduated?
I think so.
Okay,
That one
that
was,
was
a
when
little
they
later.
played against Kyler Murray. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember watching that game, so that was exciting. So yeah, they had some good teams.
Oh yeah, we had fun time there.
Yeah, that's great. And you're engaged to get
I am,
married.
yes,
So
in
tell us about
December.
that. Who's the lucky guy?
Excited. Oh, Wesley.
Wesley. All
He's a
right.
fisherman.
Oh, he's that's the reason. So that's the reason you
Yes.
moved to Conroe, right? To be a
Yep.
little closer to a lake.
Closer to the lake.
Alright.
So,
So that's good. So he
excited.
fishes professionally. Is that
Yeah.
what he does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So he travel around. What is his day to day?
Yes, we are. It's kind of slowed down now. Season is kind of ending, but all of January, February, pretty much from January to August is booked
Wow.
with fishing.
Who knew? So that's the season, January to August, basically.
Yeah.
Interesting. That
pretty
starts
much
in
they have all
January.
their championships for each series are usually at the end of the year. So
Okay. Nice.
So-
Well, that's kind of a neat little
it's
job,
fun. It takes us to a lot of cool places. So
right?
I like it.
yeah. It's all
I'm not
freshwater,
mad.
right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all freshwater.
Yeah, so bunch of lakes, pretty much all around Texas and
yeah,
some out of state.
that's awesome.
Oklahoma. We're going there in November.
Okay, Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. That'll be fun. Okay, so what are some things you like to do around Cypress?
Well, all my friends and family are here, so I'd say
Okay,
that's
that
probably
makes it a
my
good
most
reason to
favorite
come back,
thing. Yeah,
right?
we always come see them. The beer garden on Cypress Rose Hill.
Oh yeah, I haven't been there in a while.
RBG is what they're calling
They
it now.
usually have RGB.
RGB, yeah, or Rose Hill Beer Garden. BG. RBG.
RBG. Interesting. They usually have live music and that kind of stuff,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
got usually on the weekends, food trucks.
Yeah.
They got
Nice.
good food trucks, good crawfish during the season.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
that's a good place. Yeah, good tip.
We like to hang out there. It's a good spot. You got
Yep.
kids. There's a
Yeah.
playground.
Okay.
All kind of fun stuff.
Nice. All right. Any favorite neighborhoods?
Of course, Bridgeland is up there.
Bridgeland, yeah.
Town Lake.
Yeah. You mentioned Coles Crossing.
Yes, Coles
Coles is
Crossing.
always a classic.
Yeah, Fairfield.
Yeah.
There's quite a few. All the ones that seem to have a good community around them
Right.
are
Yeah.
my favorites.
Yeah.
And it seems like most of the neighborhoods around here do,
Right.
They all have
big.
their Facebook pages and they all get together and
Right.
have parties and things like that. Neighborhood
Yeah. Yeah. it's
neighborhood
nice.
events.
Right. Yeah. You always know you can tell it's a good neighborhood when they have the get-togethers and the parties and that kind of stuff. We had actually one of our neighbors, and actually I was his agent when he bought his house in Bridgeland. Their son just bought a food truck. And he's starting a whole food truck business. So we had a party last week,
Nice.
where he kind of cooked for us, kind of
Brought it out.
soft opening,
Yeah.
figuring it out, so
That's
with
cool.
the neighbors, see, everything is excellent food. I'll have to go find his truck name and put it on the podcast. But no,
Yeah.
it was really good.
Shout 'em out.
Yeah, shout him out. Maybe have him on as a guest. But no, it was really good. But it's a kind of reminder of getting together with the neighbors. It's always good.
Supporting people.
Supporting the local community,
Yeah.
getting to know everyone. So yeah, it's good.
good.
It's always good. You can always tell people when good neighborhoods. I always tell people when someone sells a house in a neighborhood and goes buys a house in the neighborhood, in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I know it's a good neighborhood. So
They have to move or upgrade or downgrade and they
Right.
just don't want to leave.
don't want to leave the neighborhood. So it happens a lot in Bridgeland and in Fairfield and Coles Crossing. So all good neighborhoods. Town Lake, same thing. So, but
definitely.
but yeah, no, that's definitely good. So what are your favorite things about being a realtor?
Ooh. I don't know if that list has dwindled over the years. I'm just kidding. But I would probably say, at least now, helping my friends and family.
Yeah.
Before I had a lot of, outside clients, and now I'm getting a lot of referrals from them.
Yeah.
So it's fun getting to
Good.
work with them and help them find what they really want,
Yeah.
and knowing that they're, really actually being taken care of.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's
good.
the key. Yeah.
And then on top of that, I guess meeting new people is also
Right.
fun.
Yeah.
I do like that. I've made a lot of friends that were clients, so I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. You do meet a lot of people in this business.
Oh,
You
yes.
see a lot of things.
Yeah, and not even just clients, but like lenders and title and all the people involved is always
Right.
good.
Right. Yeah.
Meeting new people.
Yeah. Any good real estate stories you can think of? Funny, scary, happy, sad. Sorry to put you on the spot. Didn't tell you I was going to
No.
ask you that question.
Well, they're all generally pretty good. So
Yeah.
I luckily don't have any like too horror stories. At that one listing that was a little fun.
Right. Yeah. Another one. Yeah. It didn't work out for us.
Yeah.
But,
Don't like
yeah,
overpriced
sometimes
listings.
people just are a little overzealous with what they think they can get for the house.
Yeah,
So
that
was a fun one.
Horror
yeah.
stories. I feel like I've been to a few haunted houses, so that's been fun. That is something cool to see, I guess, is the unique houses that we've seen sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
Unique add-ons and creepy mirrors in the attic, things like that.
Right. Yeah. That's good. That is a benefit of this business, is just you never know what you're going to see every time you go
Yeah.
out with a client. Whether you're going to do a buyer's house or you're going to do a seller listing walkthrough, what am I going to get into?
Yeah.
What kind of conversations are we about to have?
Everyone
So,
has a different lifestyle, so
right, exactly.
get to see all kind of different things.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Favorite restaurant?
Ooh, in Cypress, probably, well, either the Beer Garden or Taste of Asia. We really like Taste of Asia.
Oh, where's Taste of Asia at again?
It's off of 290 and like Cypress Rose Hill area by the Walmart.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I've ever been there.
There's a Sonic in
Oh,
that parking lot.
okay.
It's like right behind a Sonic.
Okay. I've never been there. I'll
It
have to go.
is-
Is
it
it
is
like
good.
sushi or is it Chinese
No,
food? Or
I think it's like Thai food.
oh, Thai food. Okay.
I get the Thai fried rice. It's very
Okay.
good.
Nice. Huh. Yeah, I've not been there.
I'm gonna have to go after this now since
Yeah.
I'm in the area.
There you go.
Haven't had it in a year.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that is any other things you want to say about Cypress or Mackenzie, Wesley,
Cypher Real Estate is the best
Cypher Real Estate.
real estate office in
Let's
Cypress.
get
That's
down
for
to
sure.
it. Yes, that's right. Absolutely. Looking to buy or sell a house.
Yes.
Look us up, cypherrealestate.com. So
Call us.
call us. That's right.
We know everything.
Yes, we do. We're here to help. Okay. Well, Mackenzie, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for taking the time to join us here on
Thank you
Sci-Fi
for
Real
having me
Talk.
on.
Yeah, I'm
It's been
glad
fun.
glad you got to join us. So it's been
Good
great
talk.
to chit-chatting with you a bit.
Sure.
But yeah, I hope you have a good week and good luck with the rest of
Thank you.
a good month of September. Sell lots of houses.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm gonna try.
that'll be good.
Got one for lease right now if anyone's looking.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Look at Mackenzie's lease. What street?
Rose Hill Estates Lane
Boom. Rose Hill Estates Lane.
in Cypress Mills.
Looking for a lease. Cypress Mill. Check it out. All right, Mackenzie. Good job. I appreciate it. Thanks for
Thank
joining.
you.
High five. Boom. My name's Jim Mulholland.
Mackenzie Green.
This is Sci-Fi Real Talk. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Running